Hi, my name is Billy Flowers, and welcome to my channel where I talk about velocity banking and how we can use this strategy to massively pay off debt. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to pay off a $15,000 credit card. So, let's see how it's done. So, as usual, we're going to start with our four key numbers. We have our income at $5,000. Our expenses are at $4,000. Our debt, which is our credit card, is at $15,000. And our most important number, our cash flow, is at $1,000. Now, our credit card is actually going to be our debt tool. And like I said, it's at $15,000 at a 25% interest rate. And the payments are $600 per month. We do have to pay rent, and rent is $1,300 per month. We do have a car payment at $500 per month, and the rest of the bills that we can pay with a credit card to collect those rewards is $1,600. Now, if we were to make the minimum monthly payment on this credit card, we would be getting charged $3,750 per year, $312.50 per month, and $10.27 per day. So since this is a credit card, we cannot put all of our cash, all of our income into the credit card. So we have to separate what's going to be left in cash to keep in our bank account, and the rest is going to go on the credit card. So since we can't pay our rent or our car with our credit card, this $1,300 plus $500 is $1,800. We're going to have to keep that in cash to keep in the bank. And the rest of our income, the $3,200, can go on our card. So let's see how this works. We have our $15,000 balance here, and we're putting in $3,200 of income, right? But there's one thing that you need to remember. If we're putting $3,200 into our credit card, what about that $600 monthly payment? What happens to that? Uh, do we keep paying the $600 on top of the $3,200, or what happens? What happens is that we no longer have that $600 payment because we're putting in $3,200. So what happens? What happens to this 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 $600 payment? It goes away. And what happens? We're going to get that cash flow, right? So our cash flow is actually going up $600. So now our cash flow is $1,600. $1,600. So when we put our income here, it's going to lower the balance down to $11,800. And our expenses are going to come out $1,600, lowering the balance down to, or raising the balance up to $13,400. And the interest that we're going to get charged is $279.16, raising the balance up to $13,679.16 at the end of month one. Month two, income in, expenses out. Balance is going to be $12,079.16. Interest we're getting charged $251.70. Balance $12,330.86 at the end of month two. Month three, same deal. Income in, expenses out. Balance $10,730.86. Interest $235.56, raising the balance up to $10,966.42 at the end of month three. Month four, income in, expenses out. Interest we're getting charged this month, now we're under $200, $195.13, raising the balance up to $9,561.55 at the end of month four. Month five, income in, expenses out. Balance $7,961.55. Interest $165.87. Balance $8,127.42 at the end of month 5. Month 6, income in, expenses out. Interest that we're getting charged $135.99, raising the balance up to $6,663.41 at the end of month 6. Month 7, income in, expenses out, balance $5,063.41, interest $105.49, raising a balance up to $5,168.90 at the end of month 7. Month 8, income in, expenses out. Now the interest that we're getting charged, under $100, $74.35, raising the balance up to $3,643.25 at the end of month 8. Month 9, income in, expenses out, lowering the balance down to $2,043.25. Interest we're getting charged now, $42.57, raising the balance up to $2,085.82 at the end of month 9. Now, you know what I like to do? Once our balance is lower than our income that we're putting in, I like to flip the numbers because basically we're just running our expenses through the line now. So we're going to have our expenses come out first and then our income go in after. We're just going to flip the numbers. So $1,600 is coming out, raising the balance up to $3,685.82. Our income is going in, lowering the balance all the way down to $485.82. See the power of putting all that income in, that chunk right there. Look how it brought that balance all the way down. $485. Amazing. Now the interest you're getting charged is just $10.12. Raising the balance up to $495.94 at the end of month 10. Month 11, our expenses are coming out. The balance is going to be $2,095.94. And you already know what time it is. This balance right here is way lower than the $3,200 that we've been putting in this whole time. I mean, this is way lower. We're going to have money left in our bank account after we pay this bad boy off. We're going to put that $2,095 into the card, zero this out. We're done in 11 months. Yeah, we paid this $15,000 credit card off, starting out with $1,000 cash flow, but we ended up gaining $600 day one because why? We dumped all of our income into the card. Paid it off in 11 months. That's it. So, what I always like to do, we're going to go back to school for a minute. I added up all the interest that we paid every single month, which equaled $1,494.07. And we're going to see if we actually paid the 25%. So what are you going to do? So you're either going to get on your laptop, your PC, or on your phone and open up Google. And you're going to type in $1,494.07 is what percent of the total, 15,000. So let's do that together. And I already typed that into my phone. So this is what we get. This is what we get. Right here. This is what we got. You see that right there? Does that look like 25% to you? I mean, it don't look like 25% to me. This is the interest that you paid. This is just simple math. I didn't make up these numbers. All I did was add up the interest cost every single month that we paid, This is the total. And remember back in elementary school, we did those percent, those percent problems. And this is what we got. 9.96%. And on top of that, this is a high percent, that I calculated because I calculated the balance after the expenses came out every month, and that total, I took the interest, the 25% interest off of that. I didn't count when we put our income in and the balance was actually lower. Who knows how long this balance stayed at this 11,800, because you have to remember interest is calculated daily on lines of credit. So the longer it stayed at this 11,800, the less interest we're getting charged, right? That's just how it works. But I just calculated off of after the expenses come out, just so we can have some room for error, and just in case anything happens. And a bonus. What about those credit card rewards, right? At 1%, $1,600 is getting charged on the card every month, right? We're getting $16 per month. And if we multiply that by 10, that's another $160. And if we're getting 1.5%, that's $24 per month times 10. That's $240. So you're either going to have $16 or $24 coming off of this interest cost every month on top of that. See what I'm saying? So if we're getting charged, if we're putting our rewards on the balance every single month, right? What do you think is going to happen to this number right here as well? You think it's going to go up or down? It's going to go down, of course. So this is how you pay off debt using velocity banking. We save interest. Remember, this is 25%. We save interest, and we just paid off a credit card in 11 months, $15,000, starting off with $1,000 of cash flow. I mean, if I didn't fud any numbers here, I just did simple addition and subtraction. Only thing we did is change how we pay our credit card. We're no longer just paying the minimum monthly payment and just throwing a little extra on it. No, we're using all of our income. We're throwing everything at it so we can pay it off and pay less interest at the same time. We're going to be saving money. That's the whole point of this. So, I want to thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And like I always say, get that cash flow.